Atiku is really the issue when it comes to opposition conversation. Whatever he does, however he does it, will be discussed. Sometimes when people are still at the planning stage, there's always a tendency for Nigerians to jump into conclusion. Yeah. They speculate and jump. So for me, I will prefer that the media should wait for him to take whatever decision he wants to take. In the case of Peter Obi, I think Peter must be the biggest fish in the ocean now when it comes to opposition play. And that has nothing to do with reducing the value of the others. You must see that until Peter came in 2023 and ran that race he ran, it almost seemed like Nigeria was bipolar, left or right, left or right. Peter is a guy that really actually introduced the audacity of a third force in the real sense. People have tried it before, but Obasanjo has always been obsessed with the idea of a third force, never really flown. But once Peter got into that space, then the third force has become some kind of reality in people's mind. And really, people crave for it. But what will Peter do? Peter will have to be smart. He has to understand that sometimes when you have gotten to a certain position, you shouldn't allow yourself to be carried back to the position you were before you took the risk of getting to that position. But hey, it's Peter's call. If he wants to go to SDP, the question Peter will have to ask himself is that what great value does SDP bring for him as an individual that Labour did not bring? If he thinks SDP has more structure, okay, good for him. He's going to find out it's not always that the grass is greener on the other side. The other question he's going to have to ask himself is that when a lot of young people are always looking at him, or already looking at him as the go-to guy, the guy that represents their anger, their energy, or whatever it is that they say Peter represents, we did not go and dilute people who, So Peter will have to be Peter. When he makes up his mind, and Peter is quite capable of pulling surprises. I remember in the build-up to 2019, I know myself very well, and he knows too, I put a lot of pressure on him to run under PDP. My great expectation at that time was that if he had gone through the whole primary process, well, I knew Peter was popular with young people, but he didn't even know that popularity was that much. But I kept telling him, Peter, the people are, because it's the kind of thing I'm interested in. I'd hope that he would buy the ticket, which he did, and I'd hope that he would go through the primary, which plus or minus he may not win. Even if he didn't win, I knew that everybody would have been absolutely sure that Peter had to be on the ticket. So I was kind of looking forward to the 2019 experience, which I was the spokesperson, Atiku Obi ticket. I knew that if they had been wise enough, fact on the ground deciding their action, they would have known that that's the only ticket that can win. But they didn't do that until it's gone.